Across northwest Kent, the stories you need to know, the music you want to hear. Miskin Radio.
It's Friday and here is the latest news on Miskin Radio. A 15-year-old boy has died after being found in his cell at Cookham Wood Young Offenders Institution in Kent. Alex Kelly was serving 10 months for burglary and theft from a car. The sandwich chain, Subway, is to expand around the UK and Ireland, creating 6,000 jobs over the next 3 years. Subway will open 600 brand new branches across the two countries by 2015. Grieving father of the late singer Amy Winehouse has accused fashion designer Jean-Paul Gaultier for bad taste in his latest fashion show. The fashion designer dressed the models to resemble the singer who died last July and was suspected to have died from drug remission. It has emerged that Amanda Holden has been admitted to an intensive care unit after giving birth to her second child. She is now in a stable condition and was close to death. She recently joined Simon Cowell, Alicia Dixon, David Williams to start recording the Britain's Got Talent auditions. The passengers who survived the cruise ship tragedy in Italy are being offered over £9,000 compensation. The Costa cruise ship owners will reimburse the full cost of the cruise as well as medical expenses. There is exactly 6 months to go before the start of the London 2012 Olympics, and the Olympic Village is almost complete. All it needs is furnishings for the 16,000 athletes and team officials who will stay there. Stay tuned to Miskin Radio for the latest news and gossips on the Olympics. Lastly, an ambulance which was transporting a critically ill patient has been involved in a road accident in Danbury, Essex. Firefighters were called and a spokeswoman has said that a man has been cut free from the vehicle. That's the latest news on Miskin Radio.
I'm Sam Green and I have all the gossip on what's occurring in the world of music. Kylie Minogue is re-recording some of her old hits to celebrate 25 years in showbiz. The Australian singer who released her first single, The Locomotion, in Australia in 1987 has recorded an acoustic version of her 1992 song, Fine Feelings. More tracks will be released throughout the year from Minogue. Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger has returned into the music scene. He features in American artist will.i.am's latest song, The Hardest Ever, which also features American pop star Jennifer Lopez. Simon Cowell has teamed up with Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith to expand his talent show empire by making a show to find the world's best music DJ. In a statement, Cowell said, "DJs are the new rock stars. It feels like the right time to make this show." Cheryl Cole and Rihanna have confirmed that they will be making a duet and are set to record this week. The former X Factor judge has been rumoured to have been working with Rihanna for months, but have only just got round to record due to Riri's busy tour schedule. They haven't been able to. So look out for that, it's a guaranteed chart topper. Now on to some more Rihanna news. Some of the lineup for Wireless Festival 2012 has been confirmed. Rihanna has been confirmed as the headliner and it will be her only UK show of 2012. The Beauty from Barbados is joined by Rizzle Kicks, J. Cole, Jessie J, Calvin Harris, Cascade and Flux Pavilion. They are all confirmed to play on Sunday the 8th of July. The tickets for this date are now on sale and are predicted to sell out rapidly. Finally, Westlife are releasing one more date and extra tickets for their final farewell tour. The demand from the public for tickets have been extraordinary, and the Irish foursome have decided to add one more date, which is at London's O2 Arena on Saturday the 12th of May. Tickets go on immediate sale. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Series 4 of The Only Way is Essex is going to be back on our TV screens finally this Sunday. The new series introduces a lot of new people to the show, and I went out to find out all of The Only Way is Essex fans' opinions on this. Are you still going to watch The Only Way is Essex Series 4 even though they've got rid of all the original characters?
Yeah, I am, because the new cast are fit.
Yeah, I'm going to miss some of the characters, but at least still Lydia and Arja in it. Yeah, I love it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it because I love Lydia and Mark.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it because it's like addictive TV.
So after all, it looks as if the BAFTA-nominated show is still as popular as before. Make sure you tune in to see the first episode this Sunday at 10 p.m. on ITV2.
Across northwest Kent, the stories you need to know, the music you want to hear. Miskin Radio.
Hi, I'm Tom and this is On This Day, the 27th of January. Well, it appears the 27th of January is a pretty gloomy day in the history books. In 1945, Auschwitz was liberated, marking an end of the brutal regime inflicted by the Nazis during the war. Another gloomy World War II event from today is the end of the 900-day siege of the Russian city of Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg. Proving that the 27th of January isn't all doom and gloom, though, we can look at the 1967 pact by the United States and Russia banning the use of nuclear weapons in space and limiting the use of the moon for peaceful purposes. Hurrah for space peace. Some of the birthdays today include the Brummie comedian Frank Skinner and the Saudi businessman Mohammed Al Fayed, spirit medium Del Cocora, and acting legend Bridget Fonda. Meanwhile, a personal hero of mine, J.D. Salinger, died on this day 2 years ago. And in the number ones, some notable number one records on this day include the greats such as George Harrison's 1971 hit My Sweet Lord, 2006 When the Sun Goes Down by the Arctic Monkeys, and Elvis Presley's true classic Are You Lonesome Tonight in 1961. Unfortunately, January 27th has also seen some true stinkers at number one, including 2004's David Sneddon hit Stop Living the Life, Redneck's Dire Cotton Eye Joe, and Limp Bizkit's 2001 stinker Rollin'.
This is Miskin Radio, and welcome to our movie review roundup. Warhorse is set around the time of World War I and is the gut-wrenching tale of battle and separation. Based on Michael Morpurgo's book and described by director Steven Spielberg as his first truly British film. If you thought their tale of a boy and his horse had already been done by the great films such as Seabiscuit and National Velvet, think again. And not only that, Warhorse does it better. With spectacular scenery and a spectacular cast, starring the likes of Jeremy Irvine, Emily Watson and Peter Mullen, all of whom can be expecting major roles in upcoming films as a result of their superb acting in Warhorse. Warhorse is a genuine masterpiece and definitely deserves a 5-star rating. You can see Warhorse at Showcase Cinemas in Bluewater or Cineworld in Bexley Heath. New Year's Eve is your general rom-com that is expected to come out every holiday season. And in ways, it's similar to 2010's Valentine's Day. The story surrounds a mix of couples and singles over the New Year's season. New Year's Eve features a star-studded cast, including Michelle Pfeiffer, Zac Efron, Lea Michele, and many others, appealing to all ages. Despite the incredible cast, the movie, unsurprisingly, falls short. Everyone's on top of their game with their acting. However, the film is nothing that we haven't seen before. It's a decent 3 or so stars, and will be available on DVD soon. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is set during the Civil War, war being a running theme in recent releases, and centres on an espionage agent who is forced out of retirement to out a Soviet agent within the MI6. Starring the incredible Gary Oldman, it's a film that should not be missed. The atmosphere within the film is suitably melancholic and artistic, adding an edge which many directors fear to include in their films in case it falls flat and appears drab. But director Thomas Alfredson achieves the desired effect with ease. The author John Le Carré would be proud of the adaptation, and it receives a 4 stars from me. You can still catch Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy at the Odeon at Leicester Square or at Prince Charles's Cinema, also in London. The Sitter is a fresh comedy starring Jonah Hill as the lead. You'd think a film starring Jonah Hill, star of Superbad, would be hilarious. However, it unfortunately falls short. David Gordon Green also directed and has credits in Pineapple Express, so you'd think the pairing would be the perfect formula. It was the first time Brian Gatewood has wrote a major film, but also shared this duty with Alejandro Tanaka. Despite this, teenagers will go to see the film and love it. Maybe it's not critically acclaimed, but it's still enjoyable. 3 stars. The Sitter can be seen at Cineworld in Rochester, Bexley Heath and Showcase Cinemas at Bluewater. The film reviews you need to hear, listen again next week to Miskin Radio for even more film reviews.
Hi, I'm Rhys Isles, and this is Kent Sport News. Charlton Athletic have secured a place to the semi-finals of the Kent Senior Cup by winning against Margate in a thrilling match that ended 4-3 to the Addicts. Charlton will face Dartford or Tonebridge Angels in the semis and could progress to face Edsfleet, Dover or Hythe in the finals to lift the Kent Senior Cup. Dave Stanley from Swansea was selected by the British Judo Association as a referee for the 2012 Paralympic Games. Dave Stanley is a highly respected judo stalwart, having already refereed for the 2011 Visually Impaired European Championships in Crawley, took charge at the 2004 Paralympics in Athens, and was a reserve 4 years later in Beijing. Dave said he found out he was going to referee on Christmas Day and was relieved and delighted at the news. A brand new charity called Relay GB is attempting to break the world record for distance relay running and is coming to Kent in May. The ambitious event will see hundreds of runners attempt to run over 3,000 miles in over 100 non-stop back-to-back marathons, or trying to raise $500,000 in aid of Brain Tumour UK. To sign up or just to find out more information, then visit www.relaygb.org now. Rochester's very own Aaron Steely will take the world-famous Daytona Speedway track today. The 23-year-old F3 Cup winner star was rewarded for securing a Sonoco Grand AM 200 challenge last season, winning a very impressive 14 of the 18 races throughout the season. The race of his life will take place later today, which Stanley stated he's very excited to be participating in such an infamous event. Great news for cricket fans. Kent County Cricket Club is on the lookout for the next generation of homegrown cricketers. So if you are the next Robert Key, this could be your year. Recently, the High Performance Committee has invested heavily into getting the Kent team to be built around young Kent players. Dave Turner, the chairman of the Cricket's High Performance Committee, said he's very excited about the prospect of young Kent talent coming through, and also stated the future of the county is beginning to look very bright. I'm Rhys Isles, and this is your Kent Sport News. A brand new charity event called Relay GB is attempting to break the world record for distance relay running and is coming to Kent in May. The ambitious event sees hundreds of runners attempt to run over 3,000 miles in over 100 non-stop back-to-back marathons while trying to raise $500,000 in aid for the Brain Tumour UK. To sign up or just to find more information, then visit www.relaygb.org now. Rochester's very own Aaron Steely will take on the world-famous Daytona Speed Track. The 23-year-old F3 Cup winner was rewarded for securing the Sonoco Grand AM 200 Challenge last year. A very impressive 14 of the 18 races throughout the season. The race of his life will take place later today, with Steely stated he is very excited to be participating in such an infamous event. Good news, cricket fans. Kent County Cricket Club is on the lookout for the next generation of homegrown talent. So if you are the next Robert Key, this could be your year. Recently, the High Performance Committee has invested heavily into getting the Kent team to be built around young Kent players. Dave Turner, the chairman of the Kent Cricket...
Hi, I'm Dean Adams, and I'm going to be doing the show's TV reviews, and today's is the highly anticipated Noel Fielding's luxury comedy, which aired for the first time on E4 last night, and as always, Noel's sense of humour and imagination remained strange and baffling, yet stayed fresh. A lot of the same cast from his hit BBC Three show, The Mighty Boosh, were featured, however, all playing different characters. The layout of the show was very different. Rather than a storyline or two in each episode, it seemed more like a collection of short stories that have been rattling around in Fielding's mind, and have suddenly all been let out at once. Although I always enjoy his work, I felt this made the show somewhat of a mess. There was no real flow to the episode, making it difficult to keep following the madness for half an hour slot it feels. Strange characters within the show included Sergeant Ray Boombox, a food-loving New York cop with a knife wound on his arm. Oh, and the knife wound talks to him and has become his partner in solving cases. This particular episode was called Pele, in which Noel creates a masterpiece. This masterpiece is simply a drawing of legendary footballer Pele, kicking a ball and holding a china teacup in one hand. However, the big question of the episode is that white circle at his foot really a football, or is it the saucer for the teacup? Now, as I believe Noel is quite an intelligent man, I felt this may be considered some sort of insult to modern art, and how things can be seen as a masterpiece due to deeper meanings, when there's a huge possibility that the world-known footballer might just have been kicking a football. I personally think that this show was nowhere near as amusing as The Mighty Boosh. However, I still enjoyed the crazy workings of his mind, and will continue to watch the show to see if other episodes are funnier. I look forward to seeing anything that Noel Fielding appears in, as I find his comedy and creations very entertaining. I also can't wait to see the next of his crazy characters, including Tony Reason, a manta ray music producer who lives in a fish tank under a treehouse. The next show airs Thursday the 2nd of February at 10 p.m. I would recommend watching it, if not for the show quality, then simply to take a glance into the wild workings of Mr. Noel Fielding. And don't forget to listen into Miskin Radio for one more of the latest TV reviews. The stories you need to know at Miskin Radio.
Across North West Kent, the stories you need to know, the music you want to hear. Miskin Radio.